Hello guys, if you like my awesome gaming videos, my programming and web development courses, my editing courses and editing videos, and my tech talks and tech guidance, then you can consider subscribing to my channel and click on this bell icon to stay connected with me all the time. Welcome to my channel. So this is a very interesting video. I want to show you the live search in Laravel, which is many of you guys requested how to work with this. So I just implemented it using the Ajax and jQuery, and it works really perfectly and fine, and with the image as well. Suppose this is our index page where we can see all of our product information, their pictures and their name, titles, and their category and description and price. We can edit them as well. As you can see, we can edit them, and we can also delete them if we want. And also you can also go to, if you go to the /create, you can create all those informations. So it is completely dynamic. What I did just, so let me show you the search. If we go to the search product, it will go to /search, where you can search all this information. It will take you to new page, product search page with Ajax. Normally people do it in the index page. This is actually the index page. If I show you that, if you go to index page, as you can see here, I just use for each loop and gets all the data, and the edit and the delete functionality also implements using iPhone. Okay, so this is inside the database. If you go to the index page, we have only two products. If we search Halo, if you search Halo, as you can see, we have, without reloading the page and without clicking any button, we can see Halo RS4 smartwatch. Okay, so it works perfectly. And live, if I say iPhone, also it works perfectly. So our live search is working really perfectly. So if you know more about my courses, I talk about Laravel CRUD, image file upload, MVC pattern, and blade templating, advanced query search functionality. And this is the normal search. This is not the live search. We have a PDF conversation, we have dynamic chart, we have admin user panel customization, and socialite, and much more. Okay, if you go to my YouTube page, as you can see, you'll see all the things that I have taught in the previous. So definitely subscribe to my channel to understand more. And I also have the GitHub code of this whole project in Laravel Ajax Live Search. This is the repository that I just uploaded. So if you want to know more about jQuery, just go to W3 Schools and learn all of those things like jQuery, how to work with jQuery, and CSS manipulation, HTML manipulation, Ajax, which I'm going to implement in this video. So this is very important. You can include jQuery from CDN like Google. As you can see, jQuery min.js, and this is the Ajax that we need. Okay, this is very important, Google CDN. And then we have the jQuery syntax. If you want to do this, like this $hide, you can hide something. Suppose you want to hide a p tag, you can hide it. You can go to jQuery set, and here you can see three important functionality. You can get the content using text method or HTML method or value. Value is very important because it returns us the value from the form field. Okay, this is the important thing that you're going to implement here as well. You can use set method to set something. Suppose you want to set some data in this particular form field, and HTML you want to add some data. You can do that very easy. You can use append, prepend. Lots of functionality are here. I highly suggest you to learn all of those things from the jQuery tutorial from the W3 School, which is really helping. What you need to do, you need to go to the Bootstrap starter template. I just used to add the CSS of the Bootstrap and the JavaScript. Okay, so this is the thing that I have used in, same thing that I used in layouts and app. As you can see, we have the script tag for the Bootstrap, and we have the CSS link for the Bootstrap, and I just named the title to Ajax Live Search, and I yield the content, and all the things are getting extended by using this thing. Okay, section content. Okay, this is the create page, this is the edit page, this is the index page where you show all the information, and this is the thing that I'm going to work on in the search functionality. Okay, so first we need to add a div with a class of container, margin top of 3, padding of 3. Okay, so just keep it simple. And here I'm going to use Ajax Live Search page. Okay, simple to this particular page. So for that we need to go to the product controller, and here you're going to use a method public function search. Okay, and it will have a request. Okay, and it will return us to the view, and it should go to the product.search page. Okay, it will go to the product.search page, and this is the thing that we're going to render. Very simple. Then we need to create a route so that we can work with it. Suppose this route, and make sure it is a get request. And let's just call it search. and just call it search. Okay, and it should be product dot search. So when you go to the /search, it will go to the search page. Okay, it will go to the search page and it will take us to that. So our route is perfectly working perfectly. Let's see. And one more thing, we need to go from index. First we have an edit button, then we have a delete button. Now we need to call another route to go to the search page, and it should be product dot search page. Okay, so when I click on this search product button, it will go to the product dot search page, which is actually this thing. Okay, so if we go to the web.php, we have product dot search, same thing. Now we need to optimize it. PHP artisan optimize artisan serve. Okay, we have our index page. If we click on this, it will take us to the Ajax Live Search page. Let's implement it here. If we go to search, then go to search product, and here, this is the place where I'm going to implement everything. And here we have the Google CDN link, Ajax Google APIs, Ajax library. Okay, so you just need to copy this thing and you need to paste it here. Otherwise it will never gonna work. The jQuery Ajax will not work without this. And we need to set up as well. So for the setup, I need to just go to Google and Ajax setup. For that, you can go to my GitHub profile, and here I already have it. If I go to products, if I go to search, I already have all the things that is set up. As you can see, this is the script tag that you need to set up Ajax. Okay, we just paste it inside here. Okay, so these are the two things very important. First, we need to set up the Ajax setup, and then we have to implement the jQuery min.js, this library. So these are the two important things. Here we're gonna use div class row, and we just use justify content center to make every content in the center. And here I'm gonna use div class call md4 and another div class call md8. So this is the call md8, where I'm going to show all the card view in a search product. When you search something, it will show us in the nice card. And this is the place where you're going to implement the form, search form. You're going to bootstrap search form, bootstrap search. This works really perfectly. This has a button. I think this will work perfectly. And just copy the same thing for this search. We need to search something here. Okay, and give it a name placeholder. Okay, we need this button, but we don't need this part. We also don't need this part. Perfect. So what we need a ID to search it and hold it and get all the data from the input, as you can see. And we also need a name so that we can request the same search, whichever product we want to search, and get it using this name. And I'm gonna name it search. Okay, in the controller we're gonna use this thing, and let me get the ID search. Okay, so first what I'm gonna do, just write script tag, and here write document.ready function. Okay, document.ready. What I'm gonna do, so this is very important. First, when the document is ready, we need to get the data. We need to get the data by its ID search. So this is the form that we have named it ID search, and it will take all the values from this input. So search. Okay, on, when I write something, when I key up, when I write something, something will happen. A function will trigger. Okay, and then we'll call our Ajax. Okay, this is a simple thing. Just name it data, and when the document is ready, when the product page is ready or the index page is ready, when I click on this search input tag, as you can see, search input tag, we're gonna get the value on key up. Okay, so var value, we need to hold it in a variable, which is very important. We need to hold that thing. So how can we hold that thing? We can use $this. This means this content. This is the ID. This is content. We're gonna hold this information. .val. Val means we're gonna get this data from this form input. Okay, and this is the thing that we're gonna print. Support alert value. Okay, and suppose I just comment it out, and I can console.log that value. I think this will work perfectly. So let's check it out. So let's go to Ajax Live Setup, and here we have a form, and if we write something like iPhone, and if we go to console, as you can see, this is the same thing. The same thing that you typed is here. Suppose IPFHONE, whatever you write on the key app, it will show us. So it is working perfectly. We can get the data, select something. Okay, we got this value using this val. So if we go to the documentation, so using this, so if you go to the jQuery set, using this val, we're going to return the value of the form field. Very, very important. And now we just uncomment the Ajax part and just delete this. We don't need that. And this type should be get. Okay, or you can write get. And URL is something called /search. This is the URL that you want to go to search some product from the database. And the data, it should be like in the second bracket, just write search. This is the parameter we want to search the product by, and the value should be the value that we want to search in the form. So this is the value that we want to search. Suppose iPhone or smartphone. So this is the value that we want to search. Okay, so this is the thing that is important. And if you write data search is equal to search, then you have to do the same name search. If you name this it a different parameter like query, this thing should be query. Okay, and this value is coming from this value. And our data, we don't need to have a data type here. Normally it's a JSON, and whatever thing we get from the database, it will show us in the success parameter in the data. And we need to write console.log that data. Very simple. It says just go to this particular URL and search our data using this value that we search in the form, and gave us every single responses and informations, and then show us in this view. Okay, and I'm gonna append all of those things here. Here I'm gonna use div class, and I'm gonna name it card, and this is the bootstrap card class. Okay, very important. And suppose if you go to index page, and this is the card, as you can see, this is the same thing that I'm gonna use. So just copy this thing and paste here. This is the same thing. We have an image, we have a card body, everything. So just delete it. Here I'm gonna append all of those data that we get to show us in a card view. Okay, so this is the main thing. And so let me go to our controller and let's search the product. Okay, so let's check if it is working or not. So let me go here, and here we need to first we need to remove this thing, and first we need to check if request. We need to check if request is Ajax. We must have to check that. If the request is Ajax, that will perform all those operations. So when the request is Ajax, we're gonna call it $products is equals to product where, okay, where title is like, I hope you know this query. This is very important to search any product from the database. When the product, just give me all the product where title is like something this. Okay, very important. So first we need to have percentage and dollar and request and search. So this is the same thing that we get if we just go to our search page. So this name search is very important to get all the data from this form, whatever we want to search. And this is the thing that we want to search in the product database table. Okay, very important. So just give me all the data that we search here like this using the title. Just give us all the product name. We have a title like this. Okay, and this is very important. And just use another dot, and here percentage. So percentage and dot request dot search dot and two single quote, and within the single quote just write percentage and or where clause. Okay, or where you can use same thing like this. If you want to search it by price, you can do that. And here I'm gonna use or where again, and this is based on the category of product. It can be man's shoe, woman's shoe, it can be electronic products, it can be smartphone, anything. Okay, category. We can search it, and finally we need to get this data. So this is the main query that we're gonna implement. So just make it smaller so that you can see it perfectly. So after all the thing is done, so if we have a products, just check it. If we have the products, that we're gonna use a for loop for each loop, and for each products as product, for each products as product. First we're gonna use output is equals to a normal string, output is equals to empty string. Then we're gonna append this output, we're gonna append using, just make it bigger for you so that you can see it. First we just added a simple variable output and it has an empty string so that we can use it later. So for each product we're gonna show all those product information using in the card. So this is the thing that I'm gonna do. So dot equals to, and here you need to use single quotation and add all the thing that we have in the index page. So let me copy this div. Okay, we don't need this div, card div. This is the main root div where you're gonna append all the information. So we don't need the whole div, we just need the information, only this part, card body, where you have a title, price, description, all of those things. So we also don't need that, just copy all of those things and paste it inside the controller. Make sure it's in the controller. Okay, so this is the card body, and we don't need this edit and delete because we are just searching. Delete this thing and delete this thing. Okay, so I think this works perfectly fine. So this is the information you're going to show within this. Just first going to delete that and add it here. Okay, finally semicolon, just use it. This is the same div that you're going to use within a single quotation. Okay, make sure that. And here we're going to pass our dynamic data. First we have the title. Okay, title, category. So for second one should be category, and the last one is price. Okay, simple. So then we have a first we have the just looping through it. So it should be product, and product will have a title. Okay, so how can we make it dynamic? Just use a single quotation here and place a dot, and the end we just add a simple dot and single quotation. So this is a simple thing that we're going to do in every places, and this is for the category, simple for the category. And finally we have the for the price, and this is for the price. Okay, so don't use double curly bracket, it will not work here. So it has a price, so we need the dollar, we don't need the description. So this the information would be enough. We have a product title, category, and description. Based on those two information, we're going to see every information. And we also need one more thing, which is the image. So we need to get the image. If we go to the index page, so this is the thing that we need, image. Okay, so here insert a card body. I think this will work perfectly. Okay, we don't need that, need two single curly bracket. So inside that we're gonna use $product, and product will have a thumbnail. So if we go to the migration folder, as you can see, we have a thumbnail for the product, title, price, and category. This is the thing that we are getting. Okay, very simple. Thumbnail, and just save it. I think we need to add this sign as well. Okay, now it will work. We have to use this two dot within this single quotation and within this double quotation. So this is very complicated, this part, for many people. So it should be inside a double quotation, and inside that we have a single quotation, and we're going to concatenate with the two dot in the two ends for the image. Hope it's work perfectly. So all of our image are inside. If we go to our public folder, as you can see, all of public files / folder products, all of those things are here. So we have the Ajax request. If the Ajax request is done, then we're going to get all the product from the database. If we have the product, we're going to for each loop and get all the information. Okay, so this is very important. And after the for loop is done, you need to just return response JSON, and you're gonna response the JSON as output. Okay, this is the output that we get. And after the Ajax request, if Ajax, so this is the products, and after the Ajax request is done, you're gonna go to return view. It will go to the product.search page. Okay, it will go to the search, and this thing will happen. Okay, and it will go to the product.search page and show us all the information here. So this is the part we're gonna show all of our information. Now we get all the information here, and then we need to append. So first let me optimize it and let's check it out if it is working or not. Here I'm gonna search iPhone, and let's check it out. The console, yeah, so we have all this data. Almost we have all the data. We just need to append those things. We get the image, and with the file/product, as you can see, we have the title, we got the electronics product, and we have the price as well. So it is working as expected, and we just name it my card. And in the my card, this is the class attribute. Okay, so in the attribute, and just select it using .myCard. Okay, so just copy the same thing. We're gonna show all the information in the call MD8 inside the card. Okay, so my card, and here I'm gonna append this using the HTML and send all of those data. Simple. So in the my card, I'm gonna send all those data that we get from the this page, from this Ajax request. I get all the informations, and we're gonna output this result. Okay, what we get, and send us the response as output. This is the output that we're gonna hold inside this page. So this is very important to understand. This is the response that we hold, that we get, and we're gonna append this using the .html in the cart page. So this is the simple thing that you have to do. Just set up your Ajax, use this library Ajax, and just call this. When document is ready, just call this functionality. So go to that URL, get this type, and search the data that we want to get. If we go to that, I hope it will work. See, it is working perfectly. Okay, very simple, very simple. So how can you do that? Just go to that URL particular /search, and I'm just recapping it. Just go to /search, and it will go to product.search and go to search method, and it will search whatever product information that you want to get, and just for each loop, and just show us all the information and give us the response. And this is the response that we get, and just append it inside the card, in the main card. Okay, so very simple and easy step. How can we do the live search? And if you just search Halo, it will just search the Halo. If we add one more product, it will show us these things. So this is very simple stuff. How can you use the live search functionality? And you have all the code inside in the GitHub repository as well if you want it, and very simple stuff, and just simple copy pasting. And if you want to learn more about it, just go and just read the jQuery tutorial and jQuery HTML traversing and Ajax. So I hope you will see all the video that I uploaded in the Laravel tutorial series and the playlist, and this video will also go into the playlist, and I hope you will understand a lot about it in the near future. So till then, take care, bye bye. I'll see you in the next video.